What secret are you keeping right now? I know a couple that broke up about a year ago. They still are friends though, and work together, and I'm not supposed to tell anyone they broke up. After this long I wonder if it's just a long elaborate test of my loyalty. Guys, the test part was a joke. They are not evil humans lol, just private. I suspect that my conversations with a friend is being sent to my ex, who is trying to bring me down, and I've started to spread false information to that friend to truly see if my text messages is being leaked. My buddy is planning on leaving his wife, mostly because he found out that his kid isn't actually his, and he suspects the one she's pregnant with isn't either. My buddy and his wife are expecting their second kid. He got really drunk one night and told me the news with the biggest smile on his face. I'm the only one who knows right now. My happy, wholesome little secret. I'm getting a biopsy on Friday. I may have cancer, but I'm not telling my siblings or my mom, because she also has cancer, and it would destroy her to know I might have it also. I'm 47 and my sister, dad, uncle and aunt all died of cancer. Doctor says the cell level I have means I have a 25% chance of having cancer. Biopsy is over, thank God. Doctor said my prostate looks normal. I won't get the results back until next week. Edit. My results are in. I do not have cancer. My family doesn't know I walked out of my job nearly 4 weeks ago. I had 2 solid interviews that fell through afterwards, and I'm still looking. I think I'll get a call back after the job interview I had today. I'm too embarrassed to tell them, because I don't want any more financial help from them. I'm late on rent and broke. The last time I went to my mom's house I stole a couple rolls of toilet paper. Edit. Wow, I didn't expect this comment to blow up. Thank you for the kind words everybody. Making me a bit teary-eyed ATM. 2 years ago on Christmas Eve my mom and aunt got in a fist fight. An hour later my mom was still crying and unloading everything on her mind. She told me she was raped when she was 15. Literally had no idea what to say, just let her speak. Have not talked to anyone about this, but I think about it every day. My heart just hurts for her that she had to go through that. Edit. Just to clear up some questions. No, my mom wasn't drinking. She doesn't drink. I only mentioned that her and my aunt got into a fist fight because that's what triggered her emotions being so high and ultimately what led to her venting to me about and telling me she was raped. Several months ago, when I was home visiting family, she casually dropped that she had to go to therapy and would be back in an hour. Again, we don't really talk about it, but I was happy she was seeing someone professionally. Thank you kind strangers for the gold and silver. Edit. No one won the fight. It's a fight between family. There are no winners. Edit. My grandparents were missionaries in South America. My mom was born in the US, and then they went back to South a few months later and lived there till she was 16. It was someone down there who raped her. That I'm so lonely after moving to a new city for a girlfriend who broke up me 2 weeks ago. Gotta put on that brave face. I was married to my ex for 8 years, drove her to Alaska from Virginia in late 2017. We went because she joined the Air Force and got stationed there. She went on deployment about 6 months after being there, and when she came back 6 months later she dumped me. I had to live in her house and drive her to and from work every day for 2 months before I was able to leave. Now I'm living in my parents' spare room and all I have is my computer, my car, and my tools. I'm lost and I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. It only gets worse for me, so I feel like I'm afraid to do anything with my life, because whatever I do, or however hard I try, things get taken, broken, or fail on me. I have to pretend I'm good every day, and there's nothing good about each day. I just graduated from college and now I'm really depressed. I'm supposed to be looking for a job right now, but all I want to do is sleep. Edit. I'm overwhelmed by your response to my comment. Thank you for taking the time to commiserate or give advice. You've given me a lot to think about, and I appreciate you all reaching out. I've hooked up with my best friend's older sister a few times. I ate some dollar store cookies yesterday and then cheat myself 20 minutes later. That the operations manager at my work, who is a cunt to the core, her name is actually Karen, shocker, is under investigation for several incidents that should hopefully get that snake canned. Also, I was the one in 10th grade that accidentally sheet my pants in class, and those were my boxers in the trash can in the bathroom. I have a chocolate bar in my backpack. It's mine and I rarely have chocolate, and I'm not sharing it. I'm bulimic. Only my wife knows, and not to the fullest extent. I really do care about it that much, but I'm 29 and still a virgin. I was raised super religious, so dating was out of question. I started losing my faith when I was 23. Another secret, I feel like I'm so far behind when it comes to dating that I never really found the courage to even ask anyone out. Edit. Thank you everyone for the support and the awards. It really means a lot. Not keeping it anymore, but I was born with cleft lip and palate, so when people asked about my scars, I said I got into a knife fight. I was also like 7 inches taller than everyone and a hockey goon, so all my private school friends thought I was just a badass. My dad kind of sucks as a person. The first time he saw me without a shirt in my mid-teens, he saw the ghastly amount of stretch marks I have in my chest and stomach areas. He asked me WTF they were, and I told him they were from a knife fight. He seemed to believe me, even though they are perfectly proportional on both sides. I was pushed onto prescription amphetamines around age 13, and they caused serious weight loss. When I got out of high school, I went from 130 to over 200 pounds basically overnight because I stopped taking Concerta. This will naturally cause a human body to go, wait, WTF, turns out we need to eat. My shoulders, thighs, stomach, and back are covered in serious stretch marks from that transition. I look like some type of tribal warrior who had stuff carved into them in an adulthood ceremony, but who also really likes Lay's salt and Vinegar crisps. Rachel and Mark are hooking up and nobody else in the department knows except me. Edit. This isn't a reference to a television show. I'll let my cousin win when I play Smash Brothers with her, and she always gets really happy when she wins. Lately, she's been letting me win instead, and I love seeing her smile when I win. Edit. She mains Peach and Daisy. Lots of negative comments in this thread. Here's a positive. My coworker is going to re-propose to his wife next month on vacation with a new ring and then marry her on the beach. He's a total hard-ass, non-emotional type, but he was so giddy when he told me. She doesn't know, of course. Last Christmas I had to go to the because my nuts hurt extremely bad. Told my parents that they just started hurting out of nowhere. I actually tried doing the destroyed it December thing and I busted 6 nuts in one day. I was at the for 3 hours and they had to take an ultrasound of my balls. Edit for more info. I was diagnosed with epididymitis and I stopped the challenge after that. Throwaway because duh, I committed fraud to get out of school. I legit faked my mother's death certificate so I could leave with little repercussions after the add/drop period. Told everyone my mom died in a car accident and I had to leave to take care of the estate. I'm doing much better mentally now. My depression hasn't actually gotten any better, and if anything has gotten worse. I felt so ducking guilty anytime I'd talk to one of my friends about the way I feel, and I couldn't take it anymore. So now they all think I'm doing a lot better, and I don't know what to do with myself. Edit. I should also mention I lost my job at the start of the year and due to that no longer have money or insurance, and can't afford therapy or my prescription anymore. Thanks for all the advice and well wishes. Sometimes faking it happens because you lose sense of what normal is. When a friend or a doctor asks you how have you been, you think to yourself, well, the world is on fire and I feel the pain of 1,000 burning suns peering like swords through my insides, but that's no different than usual. So you just shrug off and say, good, or try and look on the bright side. Eventually everyone's convinced you've gotten better because you've become used to feeling like utter shit. But the secret that takes far too long to understand is that's not how most people feel. Most people feel good, like most if not all the time. And it's accepting you feel like shit, and it's a shit place to be in, and you don't want to feel like shit anymore. That often helps you reorient yourself in the direction of wellness rather than acceptance. And if you don't vibe with this, then totally forget it. And I've got a different problem, but best of luck to you. I have a bad case of intrusive thoughts. Edit. Wow. I did not expect this to get high rated. Thank you kind strangers for your words. I won a $10,000 scholarship to pay back school loans. I was told I was the top pick over hundreds of students. But BCI don't deal well with direct praise. My family doesn't and won't know. I told my best friend, who knows I'm in love with him, that I'm moving on and trying to find someone else. But really I don't know if I'll ever actually move on. I just don't want him to feel bad.